Hey everyone, welcome to Man Build Thing. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos on ethical hacking and cybersecurity for beginners. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of virtual machines and Kali Linux. We'll cover what they both are, why they both are important, and how to set both of them up. So let's dive right in. First, what is a virtual machine or VM? A VM or virtual machine is software-based emulation of a physical computer that runs an operating system and applications just like a real computer. It's created using virtualization software, which allows multiple virtual environments to run on a single physical hardware system. Kali Linux is a Debian-derived Linux distribution designed for digital forensics and penetration testing. It's maintained and funded by Offensive Security Ltd. Madi Aharoni, Devin Kearns, and Raphael Herzog are the core developers. In a nutshell, Kali Linux is an operating system created for pen testers as well as ethical hackers because it comes preloaded with so many amazing programs to allow them to do their jobs more efficiently. With that out of the way, we can now dive into the tutorial. First things first, we're going to download VirtualBox. Just go to Google, type in VirtualBox. We're going to do Windows Host. Click that. I'm not going to download it. I already have it downloaded and installed. You'll just download it and install it. Pretty straightforward. I have mine here. So now we'll type in Kali Linux on Google. Click the first link and we will head over to download the virtual machine. We would click recommended here at virtual machines. And you can install on different machines, but for this tutorial, we're using Windows and we're using VirtualBox. You choose whether it's 32-bit or 64. In this tutorial, we're using 64. So we'll stay there and we'll download. I won't download again. I already have it installed. That download will take a little time. And what you want to do is go to the download after it's done and unzip it. I'm using 7-zip. Just unzip the extract the files and then we'll save that for later. Here are the files that will come in the unzipped folder. And then we'll just minimize this and save it for later. After we have downloaded and extracted Kali Linux, we'll head over to download Whonix or Whonix, which will make our browsing anonymous. Just head over to Google, type it in. I'm not sure the pronunciation, but for this, we're downloading it for VirtualBox again. I'm not going to download it because I already have it downloaded, but you'll just click it, click VirtualBox, then you'll scroll down and download Whonix for VirtualBox. I have it here, so we'll just go ahead and open VirtualBox. You're going to see I already have some virtual machines set up, but we'll still walk through. First thing we do is click File, go to Import Appliance, click the folder next to File, and we'll locate our Whonix download. Mine is in the Downloads folder, yours might be too. We'll double click that, we'll click Next, Finish, Agree, and Agree. And VirtualBox will begin to import the appliance. We'll let that complete and we'll come back. So here you can see that VirtualBox has added the Whonix gateway. We'll just wait for it to add the Whonix workstation now. I've already had it, so that's why mine says 1. I'm just going through the process for you guys. So now let's just wait for the Whonix workstation and we'll move to the next step. So now we can see that VirtualBox has given us the Whonix gateway as well as the Whonix workstation. We don't need the workstation, so we'll right click, go to remove and delete all files. We will only be using Whonix gateway and Kali Linux. I'm deleting this one because I already have it. We won't change any settings for Whonix gateway. We'll just take a look. Everything is what it should be already. Again, we won't change anything. We'll click OK. You're not gonna have this Kali Linux here, so we'll head over to our Kali Linux download that we extracted. Go into our Kali Linux folder just double click this. It will open up, and then we will head over to configure our settings. So select Kali Linux and then hit settings. We'll go to system first, and we'll up this according to how much RAM our whole system has. I set mine at 3200 megabits. That works for me. We'll click processor. I leave mine at 2. That works for me. If you have a really higher performing system, then you can up it accordingly. Always put this all the way up to 128 megabits, excuse me. After this, we'll head over to network and we'll make sure we have internal network selected, and then for this drop down it'll be Whonix. That way our Kali Linux browsing and everything will run through the Whonix. We'll go to USB and select the second option, USB 2.0. Here you can add any USB devices you like. I'm not going to use any for this tutorial. And then that'll be it for the Kali Linux settings. So we save, and then we open Whonix, let Whonix load up, and I'll show you what to do from there. But once Whonix has finished loading up, we'll go ahead and double click our Kali Linux machine and let that start loading up while we handle what we need to do on Whonix. Now that we are back in Whonix, I'm going to go and open up a terminal by clicking here in the top left hand corner. I'm going to type ifconfig, and the if configuration will pop up. The numbers we are interested in will be these ones, and then the net mask numbers. We're going to use those to run through Kali Linux. So we'll keep that open and head over to see if our Kali has finished booting up. On your first ever Kali Linux boot, your username and password will both be Kali. So Kali for username, Kali for password. We'll go ahead and enter those and hit log in so that we can get to our desktop. Once in our Kali Linux desktop, we'll head to the top right to this icon here. We'll right click that, head down to edit connections, and then head to wired connection 1. Select the little gear icon and head over to IPv4 settings. And this is where we will use the information from Whonix that we gathered earlier to place into here. You can see here I already have it, but I'll do it again to show you guys. So we're going to enter the iNet address here and just change the 10 on the end of it to a 12. We're going to enter the net mask as it is here, 255.255.192.0. For the gateway, we're going to copy and paste this number exact. The iNet number into the gateway, and then also the iNet number will be copy and pasted into the DNS servers area. After that, we'll click save. We can minimize Whonix and we can save the settings. And now I'll show you guys how to check and make sure that your browsing is anonymous. Everything you do in Kali Linux will be anonymous from now on. And the way we do that is by opening Firefox or any browser that you like to use. I'm using Firefox. We're going to open Firefox and head to dnsleaktest.com. Once we get to dnsleaktest.com, we will be greeted with our IP address and where the server is. If you want, you can go in deeper and click standard test and it'll break down all of the servers for you. But once you see this, you're good to go. Everything is anonymous. So I am not in the Netherlands, but I'll click standard test to continue and see what happens. And as you can see, here are all the servers we're running through. I am not in Germany, I am in the United States. So our DNS leak test is successful. And we have successfully hidden our identity and everything we will be doing on our Kali Linux system. Now I'll show you how to update and upgrade your Kali Linux system via the terminal. So what we're going to do now is open up a terminal and type in sudo apt update. We're going to hit enter. It'll start updating, and once it's finished, we'll come back. So now that our Linux system is done updating, we will run the command sudo apt upgrade and hit enter. This command will take a little longer than the last. It will tell us how much additional disk space we will need. We will select Y and press enter, and it'll continue on with the process. Again, just wait for this process to finish, and I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so finally the upgrade process has finished. I'm going to run clear to clear out my terminal, and then I'm just going to reboot my system by running sudo reboot now. Let the system reboot. You have a fully functional, fully upgraded and updated Kali Linux virtual machine. And now a very important step is to change the root password and the user password. So I'll show you how to do that now. We'll go ahead, open a terminal. We'll enter the command sudo passwd and Kali. It'll ask for the password, which will be Kali, and then we'll enter our new password. We'll enter it again, and it's changed. Then we'll enter sudo passwd root, and we'll run through the same thing. We'll just enter a new password, enter it again, and there you have it. Your passwords are successfully changed. To wrap things up, Kali Linux is a vital practice in today's digital age because it helps ethical hackers, pen testers, and organizations protect their data and stay one step ahead of cyber criminals. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone who might be interested in Kali Linux, pen testing, or ethical hacking, and don't forget to subscribe to Man Build Thing for more cybersecurity tips and tutorials. In our next video, we'll be taking a deeper look into the Kali Linux OS and exploring some of the amazing tools it has to offer, so stay tuned.